step number 5 out of 15. 1, 2, 3, and 4 have been carved. Gotta get 5 done so we can get this in the shop that's in the basement, so we can get 5 sealed at a time. And we'll do the next 5, so on and so forth. Hope you're all having a great day. If you're catching this uploaded later on, give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe. I think we're gonna try to do this with battery saws today. Why? I don't feel like running gas right now. I don't know, I just don't feel like it. So, we're gonna run the battery saws. We're gonna run an MSA 200 and an MSA 220. I got those tagged in the shopping tab if anybody wants to see what these chainsaws look like and get one for themselves. I will say, however, something fell. I think my roof rake fell over. I will say, these saws don't usually come in a kit. So you don't usually get a charger and battery. You gotta buy that stuff extra. And purchase the AP series Pro Lines battery saws from Steel. Most places you gotta buy it all separately. Tony, what's up? Sue Mackey, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? This battery's about dead, so run that one dry. Two beans. There we go. Well, gotta start hogging this guy out. Hogging it out. I'll show you guys a sample piece in case you didn't catch the live the other day. I have a large job that I'm currently working on. It's 15 steps for a spiral staircase for a large camp in the Adirondacks. This was a sample that I did for the customer. Probably about 30 pounds. 30? Yeah, I bet. About 30 pounds. They're about 5-inch thick blocks, so are the steps. The steps themselves are just bigger. But we got stones, colored epoxy mixed in there. They're actually very, very clear. It's just tough to see with the glare and stuff. We'll have waterfall edge, not as drastic as this, anywhere from a 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches. Just did that for color sampling. And then there will be LEDs that run around and glow in. For the sample, I had the LEDs in, but bringing it out here to show you guys, I pulled the LEDs out of this piece. So I was saying I got 15 to do. I got 4 steps carved up and ready for a seal coat of epoxy. And now I'm working on this one, number 5. I'm trying to do 5 at a rip so I can set them up in my basement shop, seal coat them, get the next 5 carved up and ready to go. So that's where I'm at. That's where we're at. I think we'll go live for a little bit. It's not always as fun as carving up theirs when I got to do these sort of things, but it's work, and I'll take it. Still a nice, creative job, so I'm happy to have it, though. It's a pretty big job to have. Pretty big. And if you don't subscribe already, you should. But I will end up posting like a completed install video so you guys can see what these look like all done in place. It's a great big camp in the Adirondacks, so this whole thing should look really great with what they got going on. you're out doing well. Seems like we've been having some crazy weather all around lately. We got a storm rolling in this evening. You know, we got some new people jumping on. Tap that screen, hit subscribe. I'm working on custom stairs. This is the steps for a large spiral staircase for a big camp in the Adirondacks. That's my sample piece back there. Created a couple different ones for the customer. It'll be stones cast deep into these 5-inch thick pieces of pine. These are the treads. That's the sample. There'll be LEDs and things like that. So that's all this has to get like carved out. Then I got to get LEDs in there and things like that. But if you guys are tuning in, double tap that screen, hit subscribe. I will have a video up once completed, and be able to show everybody what this whole thing looks like when it's done. Hey, what's going on, Daryl? If anybody's interested in a shippable item, though, I have carvings available in the store right here on my TikTok page. I don't think I tagged any carvings in the video, but there's a shop tab usually on the home page when you go to hit subscribe and see other videos and things. We've got bears and moose and wall art, Bigfoot, all kinds of stuff on there that's ready to ship, ready to go right now. And if somebody buys today, you'll be the first person to make a purchase off my Shopify, which would be awesome. So you can check that out. Lots of stuff on there ready to go. Right now there's like a little pocket, which will end up being a pocket of water here. So this is what I'm carving out. I'm gonna gotta kind of scoop this all out and give it like a spillway over the side. We got 42 watching here. I'll give you guys a close up on the sample. This is the sample step. Like I said, I got about 15 to do. I'm on number 5 right now, carving it. So the goal is to try and get these all carved up. Now this is just the sample. It's about the third of the size of, you know, the actual stairs. But there'll be stones. Kind of see the clarity there. Cast in resin, plus a few other things that the customer is going to want to put in there. Some personal items as well as when we get to doing the pour. Now, the waterfall effect on this is pretty dramatic. Because of the thickness of the steps, I only end up with about a 1/2 inch to 1.5 inch gap when the stairs are installed. So I've got them all measured out though. So kind of did this for a different color palette for the customer to choose from. The other big thing that these are going to have are LEDs around each stair. So LEDs will be tucked underneath this ledge and they'll glow into the piece, which is going to be really cool. Lots of figuring out to do though, you know, for the final product. But today we are just getting number 5 carved up. That's what I'm working on. Like I said, if you want to be able to see it complete, give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you won't miss that video. Kind of showing what it all looks like done. I'll try to bring you guys with me along the way. Also, I know we're working on a step today, but I'm hoping on Tuesday, either Monday or Tuesday, to be live with you guys. I'm working on the little bears and the owl we carved up the other day and seeing if I can get some more animal carvings done for the event I'll be at. I'll be carving live this month, March 28th and 29th, Saratoga Springs, New York, at the Saratoga City Center. The event is called the Northeastern Woodworker Show. It runs 28th and 29th. You can go on and look it up, Northeastern Woodworker Show, Saratoga Springs, New York. and get the exact times and cover fee to be there. But I'll be carving there live with the battery saws. I'll be selling my carvings. They got a lot of great stuff at that event, a lot of furniture, woodworking, all kinds of different things going on in there. And it's a pretty cool event that they put on. Just hoping I don't get a snowstorm. Last year I got a snowstorm Friday night into Saturday, and I didn't get there until like 12 o'clock. And I was supposed to be there by, well, it opens at 10, I think. And no, I didn't get there till 1. We missed like the big sale rush and everything. It was a bummer, but it was what it is. Carving out that pocket for the LEDs. How's it going, Karen? Working on our custom stairs. There's a sample there in the background. 50-something people watching. I appreciate it, guys. If you're here, double tap that screen. If you guys want to get a shippable item like a bear, a moose, a cardinal, small owl, even a piece of wall art. We've got cardinals and Bigfoot, a bunch of stuff like that. You can check out my shopping tab. I don't think I have anything in the bag today as far as carvings, but I've got my Shopify store linked right here to my YouTube channel. You can go to the main page where you hit subscribe and see all the videos, and there should be a shopping tab right there. So we've had Shopify linked up for a few months now, and we still have not made one sale. So if somebody wants something, it'll be my first sale on there. And if not, so be it. But I've been saying I will be carving live in Saratoga Springs, New York, March 28th and 29th. All right, Saratoga Springs, New York, at the Saratoga City Center. The event is called the Northeastern Woodworker Show. You can look it up, Northeastern Woodworker Show 2025 in Saratoga Springs, New York. It'll give you the exact dates, times, cover charge, all that. I'll be there with battery saws, power tools, carving pieces up live for everybody. And we'll also have some stock available items there as well. Nice little event, lots of woodworking, beautiful furniture, carving, all kinds of stuff. It really is. We have all kinds of stuff at the event. this is gonna be like a little pool on the side of the step. This is number 5, so number 6 will be here. Water will be looking like it rolls here and rolls into this little pocket I just got done carving. And then this pocket is going to roll down to another little pool. Customers got some pretty neat ideas for what they want to put in these spots. So my biggest goal is giving myself enough space to wrap around the inside here and be able to fit the LEDs in there. It's tough with a tight spot to be able to get LEDs in here, but you gotta just keep carving. 51 watching, what's going on? If you're new, just tuning in. I got available work in my shopping tab or the store on my main page. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, okay? We'll have videos. Once all these stairs are done, we'll continue to have videos between now and then working on. But I'll have a video with it all installed and complete just so you guys can see what that looks like. The other day I was working on this live. I can't remember if I did it live or after. I bent part of the shaft on this bit. Oh my gosh, the bit was sticking out just a little bit farther. I got such a bad wobble, but I got it in all the way now, so it works fine. But this thing, I gotta drill a hole in the back, which I do with a drill bit, and then I gotta widen that for LEDs and to do wiring. And that bit caught, wham, death wobbled and put a bend. Just ordered up 2 new ones. There's 75 bucks on their way, but that, I'll tell you, sometimes stupid stuff costs you money. Stupid stuff. Tony, yeah, so as I'm carving these, I'm trying to figure out the wiring in my head, exactly how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy LEDs that are all coiled up, you know, like the rope, not quite the rope, but the LED strips, because you can cut them to size. They make them connectors, so I got to buy certain connectors, different wiring and plugs. And what I want to be able to do is, once the steps are done, LEDs are in, well, prior to being in, under the edge, the lip that's going to be, every spot where water is, there'll be a lip. Tubing will get put in there and get cast right in. And the goal is to feed the LEDs through the tubing in here. And hopefully we have no leaks, because the last thing you want to do is have hundreds of dollars of epoxy on the floor, but it happens. And once the LEDs are fed in and cut to size, there's a spot in the back that'll be routed out, and I'll have a plate, it'll have some depth. That's where the wires will all be connected and joined together for the lights for each stair. And then at that spot we'll have hopefully 1 or 2, depending on how many sets I need to run it. 1 or 2 wires with plugs will come out and up to reach the next step. So ultimately what I want is 1 plug to come out of here just a little bit, and it's gonna have to plug into an extension, basically, with a plug, not like a house extension, but a plug for LEDs. And that'll have to go up and kind of feed into the next step. And that step will be wired, and that'll have to feed up to the next step, so on and so forth. Yeah. A lot of it's still just an idea, even though the customer understands that too. A lot of planning has already gone into it, and now it's down to just figuring out the exact connectors and plugs and things like that. You know, it's just detail stuff. But really, I don't need them until I'm doing the full pour or until we're totally done. But yeah, there's a lot of planning, I guess. The easiest part is this, getting them carved up, you know what I mean? This is the easiest part, other than drawing up. So I sat with the customer at their place for 5.5 hours, going over design, talking the project, what the plan is, the fact that the plan can change a little bit. And then we sat on these stairs with pencils and markers and just drew a flowing prick all the way down and erased it and redrew some of it and so on and so forth, you know, and we was there all day. And we came up with this and then went over all of our drawing with permanent markers so it could stand out. And yeah, good project though, you know. Appreciate you. 49 watch and 11 likes. Thank you guys. If anybody wants to get a carving, I got a bunch of shippable stuff in the store on my main part of my tank here. Just so you know. A job like this can be challenging and a bit stressful in the sense that one, someone else designed and built the staircase. I am just adding the artistic touch to the stairs, right? So if I mess them up, then I got to figure out how to recreate a whole step for the house. One. Two, the whole wiring and planning thing is just like a lot of just figuring out. That's a little stressful. The other stressful part really is the epoxy side of it. Now I've done plenty of epoxy jobs. I feel confident, but at the same time, you know, each stair is going to average 4 to 5 gallons of epoxy, roughly, depending on the shape and the style of each step as we carve it out, right? We've figured it out with an average depth, with an average size of carving, you know, scooping it all out, that each step will on average be 4 to 5 gallons of epoxy. Now that ends up being just over $700 in epoxy per stair. That is stressful because if the mold blows out, if there's a major issue, if there's not clarity, if there's not attention to detail in mixing epoxy, pouring epoxy, having a dust-free environment when we get to that point, that is potentially, you know, whether it's one or several, could be potentially a large mistake. So there's that stressful side of it too. The carving side of it, this is probably the most relaxed, you know, part other than drawing it up, which was super laid back and fun to just sit and, you know, hang out, design this with the customer. But I've said it before, maybe not to you guys. I believe that if you're an artist, you do this kind of work or other work, you, at least I do, maybe others do as well, tend to perform my best under pressure in those moments, you know. I think stress and pressure are things that mold and shape the perfect things, you know. A little bit of stress is good for it. Just like if you're a new carver and you want to carve on site and you're all stressed out about it, that stress is good. It keeps you focused, keeps you on track. Basic shape for this step. Jeez, no epoxy. It's probably 25, 30 pounds already. Yeah, yellow pine. So basic shape, everything dark here in the center. I got to carve that out about 3 inches, 2.5, 3 inches. This little pool is all done. Appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget that screen, hit subscribe if you want to be able to see these complete further process and all that good stuff. Yeah, I gotta get this off here first. Said it earlier, hope to be carving live Monday or Tuesday, carving bears and some owls. I got to get ready for that show where I'll be carving live in person in Saratoga Springs, New York, March 28th and 29th. You guys can look it up at the Northeastern Woodworker Show 2025. Northeastern Woodworker Show 2025, Saratoga Springs, New York. It's at the Saratoga City Center. There is a cover fee. I think it's like $10 or something. You can look that up. Go to their site if you guys want to come. I'll be there running battery saws and power tools. I'll have carvings for sale, a bunch of different stuff. And usually it's a pretty good time. 2-day event. Be there live carving both days. So I don't know if anybody's local or wants to make the trip. I know the event, a lot of people come from other states to set up and sell stuff and to have their stuff on display. There's a whole display room, which is really cool. You have ball turners and pen turners, knife carvers. It just depends on who shows up and who can make it that year. There's a lot of different stuff though that happens. It's pretty neat. everybody for watching. Appreciate you guys. Double tap that screen if you're here. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Working on custom stairs. Custom stair treads is what I should say. These will end up getting epoxy and stones and LED lights, all kinds of cool stuff. The treads are a couple years old. Well, yeah, I'd rather be carving this than oak or hickory. However, you know, if that's what the customer wanted, so be it, but the price would be quite a bit higher. Carving oak and hickory is just, not fun. Potential customer talking to me as of late, the last couple days, about doing a carving out of a maple tree she just had down. I don't want to do that. Carving that hard stuff is just such a pain, but some people want it, they'll do it, but the price goes up, you know, for carving hardwood. It's tough on the saws, tougher work. Beats up your tools more. Try to convince people to have the tree taken down to a stump and have me carve a pine log off site, and then we'll bring it and place it on the stump. Whether they have oak or cherry or maple or walnut, doesn't really matter. None of that outlasts. Nothing. It all rots, it all goes to waste, it doesn't matter. So I always try to explain, like, they're carving, while I can carve it on site, and I had done bunch of on-sites for people because that's what they want, you know, they want their tree. But the tree trunk that's left, the stump that's 5, 6, 7, 8 feet tall, comes down, it's still connected to the roots and it's still in the ground, so it still brings in moisture and releases moisture with the seasons. That carving is going to rot away faster than if you cut it off to a short stump, carve something, and put the carving on top of the stump with a couple little spacers or something like that, you know, like a little piece of pressure treated strips, and then you can screw it down, and that leaves an air gap to flow underneath. Moisture is your enemy. Remember, you're a new carver, moisture is your enemy. So something to think about when people want on-site stuff. And then if they still want it, it's hardwood, I charge more than pine, you know. aggressive. Running this isn't always for the faint of heart. You got 4 teeth. If this thing runs super slow, or your teeth are really dull, or in hardwood, or you hit a knot, the chances for kickback on this go way, way up higher than just your chainsaw. You got them big teeth on there that are gonna grab, right? So I put this up this way. I can get where I need to get, but when you're on this angle, you're good. When you're on this angle, you're not always so good. All it's gonna take is just a little bit here on the top to grab, and whoop, she's coming back at you. I had these tagged in the last video though, my last live. They're there in the shopping bag on the last live we uploaded. Less than $100 you can get them now. When I bought mine, they weren't that available. I had to order mine. I found it on Etsy and ordered mine right out of Russia, actually. Came from Russia. That was probably 8 years ago now. I think it's been on that same saw for 8 years. I don't use it very often, but I am pretty thankful that I'm blessed with it right now, because it does pretty good shaping the pine, you know. Getting it down to just a rough idea of what I want, and then we can use the die grinder to really clean this up and start, you know, honing it in. That's what we're going to do next. We're going to get the die grinder up. We're going to cut our edge or our overhang in all the way around for the LEDs. Figure out our height here. Do a little smoothing. I'm going to leave a deep channel here, I think. Maybe create like a pocket. Deeper channel. Kind of leave this still deep. This is shallow. Still deep, but over here will be a little bit deeper. This is the part that's nice. This is, I have my freedom to stay within the confines of what we drew, a shallow spot that he wanted, and then to just kind of, you know, have a little bit of artistic freedom in it. 36 watching. What's going on, guys? Appreciate you hanging out with me. Hold on, stand by. Hopefully that's a little better. Maybe it's just my glasses. They're covered in stuff. I can barely see. what's going on. 39 watching. I don't know who's new here to the live, but feel free to comment where you're from, guys. I'm in upstate New York, the hills of the Adirondacks. This is a sample of the larger pieces that I'm working on. In case you're just tuning in, these are going to be custom treads for a staircase. Staircase was already built, big spiral staircase in the camp in the Adirondacks. And now I am tasked with carving them out and doing a big epoxy job. We got 15 of them to do. This is just the sample. That's one of the bigger ones there behind me, right? So they'll get carved out. We use a nice quality epoxy, eco epoxy, put stones in there, plus whatever else the customer wants to add. A little bit of color in there as well. And then right now what I'm working on that other one is carving the groove all the way around. That's where the LED lights are going to go. So each tread will be lit up. That's what's going on. If you want to be able to see this done and see this whole project complete, be sure to hit subscribe. I'll have some videos. We'll continue to go live as we work on this project. And hopefully Monday or Tuesday, I'm planning to be live and we'll be chainsaw carving bears, owls, and whatever else. Stuff I got to get ready for the event that I'll be carving live at and selling work at. In case you're just tuning in, the event is in Saratoga Springs, New York, at the Saratoga City Center. It's called, you can Google it, it's called the Northeastern Woodworker Show 2025. Look it up and it'll give you the dates, which are March 28th and 29th. There's a cover fee, it'll give you the times and all that. It'll talk about parking, what else is at the event, all these other things that are going on there. It's a pretty cool event, real family friendly. They usually have stuff for kids to build and make and all that kind of stuff, drawings and different things to enter. It's good though, it's a good, wholesome event. There's usually a pretty big turnout for, on Saturday. A lot of different things going on, but hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. But we'll be there carving live with battery saws, power tools. We'll have carvings for sale as well, things like that. 30 something watching.
Appreciate you guys. Either you're 20 something watching. Well, close enough. Either way, I appreciate you watching.
hanging out. A lot of people get wrapped up in measurements, you know. I've seen that creating different things. People just get like caught up in measurements. I find sometimes it's easier to just like don't even worry about it. Just you know, part of it, go with the flow. Just keep removing material until it fits. So, I'll show you where I'm at. So the rest of this is going to get sanded with 80 grit and 120. We'll round this edge a touch, hit our edges. And this gets flipped up, and I got to make a back plate for where the wiring's got to go. So, this is the hole we just hogged out. So our tubes, our wiring for LEDs. I can't even read comments, so much sawdust on there. And yeah, hickory. Yeah, it's a ton of fun, right? Splitting it. Try splitting some black locust. That's a blast. You see the hole through there? So tubing with LEDs and wiring's got to get through there. That's for the big hole. That's why we've got the groove all the way around. And the one for here. Workout throwing these things around all day. That's going to be snug. Snug. Doesn't go back quite as far as the other ones did, so it'll be snug. Let's see if these can fit here together, which they should. Clear out a little more on that spot. Doesn't quite reach. Well, gotta figure out how that I can remove material when the bits don't reach all the way. That should work. Tough to reach spots sometimes. Tough to reach. So 80 grit, 120. This guy will get popped up on its froze up, maybe not. But I gotta get out of here for dinner time. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody that's been hanging out, watching. Again, we're working on the treads for the custom epoxy staircase job that I've got. If you guys want to be able to see that completed, or more videos and lives, learn how to chainsaw carve, all that stuff is on my channel. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit the bell, hit all so you miss future uploads. Also check out the shopping tab, the store tab, that kind of stuff on my main landing page. I got carvings available and ready to ship. So appreciate you guys being here though, and hopefully I'll catch you guys next time. We'll be carving live, hopefully Monday or Tuesday, carving up bears and owls, and hope to see you there. Have an awesome rest of your day.